Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Jordan here, everyone's favorite Oriental doll. Now, today, Jordan says I'm going to talk about a situation that occurred a long time ago when I used to, before I became a actress and a filmmaker, I used to do other jobs. Of course, I did work at my mother's Asian Chinese restaurant as a waitress and a hostess at one point. Um, and after that, I did work at Google, unfortunately, at YouTube as a content moderator, community guideline moderator, actually. And then I worked at Toys R Us in the toy section for a while. Now, there was this woman or girl, don't ask me her age, Jordan says, but apparently she like to mess up everything. When you're putting food out or clothing out or beverages out or I guess electronics or appliances out or toys or anything, stores tend to want to make their merchandise they're selling and on behalf of the third party that made it, they want to make it look nice. People are more likely going to buy something or look at something if it's presented nicely. So I would say it was a bunch of WWE action figures, or something, or Power Rangers or whatever. I'd be putting these things out, Jordan says. Maybe it's Transformers, Star Wars, Star Trek, I don't know. But at the time, Jordan said TNA didn't get the Marvel Toys deal until like around 2005 or something. So I wasn't putting those out yet. And I was probably putting Marvel and Dark Horse toys out too. Well, this girl or woman would always come along and mess them up. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Jordan says, come on, I just organized everything right. If you want to look at it and buy it, that's fine, that's your right. But geez, don't make a mess of it because you want to make a mess of it. I just like to make messes, she says. Yeah, that was her mentality. These people, she would purposely mess things up just so I'd have to fix it up. And this would piss me off, Jordan says. As a customer, you do have the right to buy an item or look at the item, whatever. But don't purposely come into a store and mess up whatever the store is selling, because that's just inconsiderate to the stock workers or the stock boys or the girls or whatever they call the people that are in charge of putting things on the shelves or whatever. Jordan says, seriously, that's what she'd do. She would do it by purpose. I kid you not. And okay, Jordan said, I did have certain privileges and rights that came with my job as well. One of the rights that I could do was take her privilege, take her privilege to come to Toys R Us away, or at least that branch. People think that coming into a public place is a right. No, it's a privilege. And you can lose your privilege to come to a place. Or at least, you can lose your privilege. Now, I can't speak for... It's not like I could ban her from going to any other Toys R Us branch, because Toys R Us had multiple branches around the world. But I could take her privilege to come to that particular one away. So she did again. That's it, Jordan said. I work very hard putting those things up, and you just come along and mess them all up just because you want to mess them up. Yeah, you're not looking, and you're not buying, Jordan said. You're just here being a pain in my butt. That's it. Your privilege of coming to this branch of Toys R Us is over. Okay? The Remotville, or I guess you could say, you know what? You just lost your privilege of coming to the West Mifflin branch of Toys R Us. Okay? And didn't like coming here anyway. And I know you're going to think, oh, I'm a bad person, but hey, Jordan says, if you're coming in to buy something or look at something, that's fine. You have the right to do that, okay? No one's going to take that away from you unless you do something, illegal or something or inappropriate. But if you're coming in and you're throwing things around and you're breaking things and you're disrupting, the customers or the employees that are there, then they do have the right to take your privilege away from you. Or they do got a right to call the police and have them arrest you for, disturbing the peace or whatever, But I didn't want to go that far, Jordan said. Mostly they just take your privilege of coming back away from you. If you show up again and they find out about it, then they usually get the police involved and arresting you, and then they press charges of trespassing or something on you. But most people usually aren't stupid enough to come back to a place once they've lost their privilege to come back to a place. But that was what happened to me, Jordan said. I'd put everything out nice for everybody else to come and look and buy, and this asshole would come along and just mess it up because she wanted to mess it up. Okay, that's it. But that happened years ago, Jordan said. It's not something current. That happened to me years ago when I used to work at Toys R Us. That's it. I'm Jordan Long. See you later.